The early church, theology. Today's church, psychology. The early church, deliverance and transformation. Yeah, demons coming out of people like happened all the time. Casting them out of people. Today's church is just counseling. Counseling. Let's just groom this little demon on you if you've got one. Don't tell nobody you got a demon because it's going to look weird. Don't act like that. You know, we don't get emotional at church. It's emotionalism. That flapping around on the floor right there, go put that person in a private room. They're distracting the congregation. Help them. That's deliverance. Get that thing off of them. You know, I talked about it last week. If I've got a demon on me and I'm flopping around, I promise you I do not care how I look. Get it off. If there is a dirty dog on me spiritually and it's causing me torment, I don't care if I'm rolling around in grass. I want this off of me, and it doesn't matter. Get it off. I'll do it until it comes off. People don't care. They want to be set free. The early church, mission focused. Today's church is in-house focused. It's like cannibalizing itself, inside focused. The early church marked those who caused division and sowed seeds of discord. Like they were dealt with in a compassionate way, like, listen, you cannot be gossiping and treating your brothers and sisters like this, like we got to stop. In today's church, pray and protect those who cause division and sow seeds of discord. We tend to protect these kind of people. Maybe because they're high tithers, I would imagine. The early church, strong emphasis on sending out, outside of the four walls of the church. It's not a social club. It is, we're a family, we're a tribe. But the whole point is to get out and actually heal the sick outside of the walls of the church. Get to the depressed. Get to the oppressed. Get to the people who are hurting. Because there's so many of them. But the church has gone inward, and we're just like this fellowship of, oh, don't go hang out with anybody that's sinful. Oh, it may get on you. Oh, we can't because, you know, show me your friends, we'll show you your future, which is true. It's half true. But how about you be the light in that situation and you develop Christ on the outside of the church? So the Lord is raising back up apostles, prophets, evangelists, pastors, and teachers. All right. So the point that I'm telling you this is when you go and see a leader or you hear someone preach or you talking to someone, know who it is that you're standing in front of. Are you standing in front of an evangelist? They're going to say different things than a pastor. Are you standing in front of an apostle? An apostle is probably going to rub you the wrong way or rub you a different way than a pastor does because they're builders, they're strict, they're on a timeline. We got to get things done. Or are you standing in front of a prophet? A prophet's going to be seeing out 5-7 years. So you may feel like they're not looking right at you. Like you may feel like, do you even see me? They do see you, but they're seeing images of something out in the future, right? They're a little peculiar. They're a little weird. Prophets are a little weird, right? They may say things that are allegorically things, and you're like, what in the world are they talking about? Maybe it's a prophet, right? So we have to know these different offices, and the Lord is raising these up. We have had some pastors who are not pastors that are leading these big churches. If you see these massive mega churches, more than likely that pastor has an evangelist calling. Because evangelists, they have a gift to gather people. But they don't have a very good gift at ministering one-on-one, at shepherding. So you see these massive big mega churches and nobody's really getting discipled. They're just getting fed baby food because the evangelist brought them in, saved them, but there is no depth to the teaching. There's no discipleship. There's no teacher in the house, right? There's no prophet in the house to tell the people, you know, to edify, to correct. If someone needs help knowing, oh gosh, you know, what am I called to do? There's no prophet in the house that helps direct them. I ran into that for years. Remember, I was saying I was preaching the gospel, and I'm like, I don't even know why I'm doing this. Why am I doing this? Apparently, everyone that preaches the gospel is a pastor, but I didn't have a church. I'm not a pastor. I knew that I wasn't a pastor, but I didn't know about the fivefold. I didn't know that I was an evangelist. I didn't know I was a little apostolic. I didn't know any of these things. I just thought I was so weird, and like nobody wanted to hang out with me because all I wanted to do was preach to people. I know now. And that's why I'm telling you, it's important to know who you are if you're called into the ministry this way. Some are called to ministries to help accelerate them, and some are called into the ministry. And that is going to take labor on either side. And know who you are in the fivefold if you're called to the ministry. It's so helpful. It's so helpful for your assignment. So the Lord is restoring these because the church has lacked this.